Hello, Facebook Live. What's happening? Marcus here. It is Monday, on for my second time today. Busy day today. I was all over the place. New Paltz, Newburgh. Where else did I go? I was in, I stopped in Montgomery, had to stop somewhere else. Just been running a lot of errands all morning. Good thing I got an early start and left. I've been up since 5 in the restaurant early this morning getting some work done. And that's when I did my first Facebook Live, was this morning. And let's see, I am just opened a box from Italy. We just got a box from Italy in for balsamic vinegars. As I promised you last week, I plan on doing a good tutorial on balsamic vinegar this week. We have several balsamic vinegars in that we're selling now. Let me just grab the one off the shelf. So we've gotten a little more advanced with balsamic vinegars in the restaurant here. I've always loved balsamic, but I never really understood truly what types of why one balsamic is this and one is that, besides the aging aspect. Several years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I got a great lesson of balsamics from one of the balsamic companies that we were buying from. And then once I visited Modena in Viola, that in Italy, in Emilia-Romagna, was when I put all the pieces together and said, okay, it's in front of me. Now I see exactly what they're doing. And so I put everything together 3 years ago when Jamie and I and Courtney and Justin were in Emilia-Romagna, in Viola, touring balsamic vinegar producers. It was really, really amazing. I can't wait to go back to that part of Italy. Such an amazing part of Italy for food. It is the epicenter of food, Modena. That whole area in Emilia-Romagna. It's just on the other side of Tuscany, by the way. It's over the mountains east of Tuscany is that whole epicenter. Bologna, Modena, Viola. Really an amazing place. That's where Parmesan cheese comes from. The real Reggiano. That's where prosciutto di Parma comes from, and like 40 other foods that are protected by the Italian government come from that area right there. Just an amazing place. We're going to include that area in our future tours of Italy. Jamie and I are ready to resume our plans for Italy to take people away with us on our VIP winery vacations, to take you to food and amazing vineyards that we buy from. So we just got some really cool stuff in. So I want to talk about, this is what we've always had. We've always had Vincotto. Vincotto is a balsamic type. This is actually on our next tour in southern Italy, in Apulia. This comes from Apulia, way down south. Literally like a 12-mile drive from Bologna, from Modena. This is not balsamic, but it is made like the traditional balsamic, infused with figs, and we've been using Vincotto for years. Vincotto, V-I-N-C-O-T-T-O, Vincotto. Vincotto is a trade name for this type of aged grape juice, this type of vinegar. It's not balsamic, it's Vincotto. And this producer has, Coligieri has that trademark on there. That's what they make. All right, so just in from Italy, we got 25-year-old balsamic here. All right, this just got shipped in, DHL, just arrived, just shipped in from Italy, from Polcineri. Our friend Guido was here last year. If you were here last year and did our free risotto demo in the garden with Guido Polcineri, this is his. He just shipped this to us. We just got his balsamic, his 25-year-old balsamic. This is on our list now. You can buy this bottle. I got 2 bottles in. I want to show you the other bottle because I dropped it when it came in. I want to show you what happened to it. But I want to show you some other products from Guido first. But before I do that, let me give you just a quick super rundown of the 2 types of balsamic. There is 2 different types of certifications for balsamic. There is the red, all right, and the blue. So that logo right there, so that blue logo, that's the one type. And the other type is the red. See that? Both say balsamic on it, but they're 2 different classes of balsamic. If you go to Walmart or let's say Sam's Club and you see a big jug of balsamic like this, you'll see that jug for $19, $15, $17. Under 20 bucks, you can buy 5 liters, 1.3 gallons of balsamic for 20 bucks at Sam's Club, all right? This right here is $363 if you bought this vinegar, and I'm gonna explain the difference. And this just came in from Guido as well, all right? This is his 3-year-old. This is amazing stuff. So, here we go. There's 2 types of balsamics. The commercial balsamic, which is more of a commercial type balsamic, they take red wine vinegar as the base, and then so they buy commercial red wine vinegar, which is in here, commercial red wine vinegar. Then they take their grapes or grape juice from the area, from Lambrusco grapes, Trebbiano. They take the different grape varietals that are from Emilia-Romagna, and they juice it, and then they decide to cook it down. The way you cook down the grape juice matters greatly in the quality. Slow cooking, open air, slow turning makes the best, as opposed to just rapid and cooking off. You want to do a very slow reduction. And the amount you reduce it is also important. That's very, very important. Now the amount that you put, now you have to take this reduced grape juice, Trebbiano, Lambrusco grapes, all these kind of grapes, they are reduced down. Then you add it to red wine vinegar, to commercial red wine vinegar. You can add 20% by volume, you can add 30%, you can add 40%, 50%, 60%, and 70%. 70% of it can be grape juice versus commercial grade red vinegar. So you see there's a big difference of how you do the ratio of vinegar versus cooked grape juice and how far the grape juice is cooked. By law, every single bottle of balsamic that carries the balsamic logo right there, right? Every single ounce of balsamic has to go into oak. There's no way around it. The Italian government wants it in oak. But the type of oak varies drastically. The size of oak varies drastically. The amount of time that it goes in oak drastically. By law, they have to put it in for 60 days. So when you go to Sam's Club and you get balsamic vinegar, that's literally 19 bucks a 5 liter, okay, 19 bucks for a 5 liter, you're getting something that has 80% vinegar, commercial red wine vinegar, 20% of a not that concentrated grape must, grape juice reduced, Trebbiano grapes, Lambrusco grapes, things like that. And it goes into these massive oak vats for 60 days by law. Then it gets bottled and it gets shipped out, and a lot of chefs use that. And then chefs say, well, I'm gonna take this cheap balsamic, I'm gonna throw a lot of sugar in, maybe 50% sugar, and reduce it down and make a balsamic glaze. Here's Guido's balsamic glaze, acid up. It's a balsamic cream. This stuff is amazing, amazing. But this is for sale on our list right now. These are 20 bucks on our list. 8.5 ounces, comes in plastic squares bottles. You do a couple drops at a time. This stuff is amazing. It's the baby version of this. All right, so this is 150. This is 20 bucks. All right, if you bought these retail from us. This is the baby version. This is a full 25 years. This is like 2 years, but I'll explain what that is. So then from the 60 days, they package them in containers like this and sell them to chefs that want cheap balsamic vinegar. Some producers have a range. A lot of producers have a range of economy, inexpensive, to stuff that's in smaller bottles, that's aged longer, to the very traditional, very, very expensive. So I wonder if I have Guido's handy. Let me just check really quick here what I have. I do. I got one bottle left here of Guido's 3-year, which is this. Same stuff, same exact stuff. We have these coming in, by the way, and we're taking pre-orders for these. So, the red wine vinegar mixed with grape juice, aged for 60 days to 3 years in small barrels. So Guido puts these into small barriques, small barrels, wine barrels. He does a very large concentration of grape juice versus vinegar, puts them in small oak, more wood contact, and ages them for a full 3 years. Now, by law, folks, by law, in Italian law, they're not allowed to put aging on balsamic. You see some people say, oh, I bought a 12-year and it says 12-year. I bought a 50-year and it says 50-year. Real balsamic does not have an age on it. For $150 a bottle, you will not find how old this is, because it's automatically understood that this is 25 years minimum to get this certification. That's what the Italian government puts forth, and you cannot put it in this size bottle unless it's a 25 or 12 years old. This is a 25-year-old. This is a full 25 years minimum. All right? The other vinegars, the lower grade, it's not really a lower grade, it's just a different type. It's an economy that goes in, that you can buy in the jugs or whatever. They're not allowed to say either what's on here. So you have to look at the producer's website, and the producer will say on their website maybe that this is the age 3 years or this or that, but as far as what you're buying on the bottle, you won't find an age on balsamics. Balsamics don't come with age. The Vincodo says on here, aged 4 years in oak barrels, all right? It says it right on the back there, aged 4 years in oak barrels. They're not balsamic. They don't have a balsamic certification. They can say whatever they want. Really, really good stuff, by the way. This is south of Lecce. This producer is south of Lecce, 30 minutes south of Lecce. Lecce is I cannot wait to get back to Lecce. We are planning on going there this November to Lecce, down south. I cannot wait to go back to Lecce and many more times. Lecce is the Florence of the South. It is south of Bari. It's in Apulia, in southern Apulia. It's 45 minutes from the Cape. This is just maybe an hour from the Cape. This is 30 minutes south. This is near Manduria, near Salento. Primitivo wines come from down there. So amazing, amazing stuff comes from down there. So, back to balsamic. So this is Guido's 3-year in small barriques, large concentration of grape juice versus vinegar. Why is my phone? Here we go again. All right. So now this, I don't know the price on this. We have to get the price of this. I think these are going to be around $25 when they come in. I just have to double check. We use it in the kitchen, a lot of it, so we buy it in this version. This just came in, just got shipped in. If you want 5 liters of this, it's $363 retail if you wanted 5 liters of that. Now, this stuff here, the traditional stuff, the one with the red logo, this is the stuff that's 12 or 25 years. You cannot buy this less than, I've never seen this less retail than 85, 90, 95 bucks. I've never seen this less than that. That's the situation with that. It's just what it is. You literally have to wait 12 years to bottle this and ship it out and make money on it. 25 years on this label. It is so strict in Italy when you make the red label. There goes my phone again. Okay. It is so strict in Italy. Come on. There we go. It's so strict in Italy that with that red logo there, you're only allowed to package it in this bottle. It's a 100 milliliter bottle. This is the shape for traditional balsamic. It cannot go in a bottle like this. It cannot go in a bottle this shape. It cannot go in a bottle this shape. The government does not allow that. This is white. This is a white condiment, by the way. Not balsamic, but it is a white condiment made from fermented grapes. This is from Guido as well. This is really good. White balsamic doesn't exist, folks. There's no certification for it. It's not in the protocol. They can call it white balsamic, but it's not balsamic by law. 12 and 25-year-old traditional. This could only go in this bottle. There is 0 red wine vinegar in here. 0. They take the grape juice, reduce it down, and ferment away. They do not mix it with commercially produced red wine vinegar. This is mixed with commercially red wine vinegar. This is not. This is 100% grape juice, reduced down, put into small barriques, small oak, and aged, minimum of 12 years. This right here is $150. It's on our list now. I added it to the groceries today. People have asked about this. You use this by the drop, okay? So, here's a bottle that we have open. It comes with a little tiny dispenser in here. You pull it off and you drip away, and you literally get drops at a time. That's all you need of this. That's it. In Italy, by the way, I dropped one of these today. Title of this video, I dropped one. Do you want to see what happened to the bottle? I'll show you in a couple minutes what happened to the bottle. So, these are so regulated that the producer, Guido, or who's ever producing this, takes the barrels and ships the barrels off to the consortium, to the Italian consortium, the people who monitor the quality of foods. From there, there are balsamic tasters, and I've been with the consortium. I've met with the inspectors. I've been on a tour with the inspectors. In fact, with one tour we did in Viola at Toshi, the inspector was with us. He knew more English than Toshi did, and so he went on the tour with us and he explained everything, the inspector, of how everything works. So very, very strict. It's like the USDA inspectors in meat plants. They have an inspector in these plants to make sure that they're making real prosciutto Parma. They're not cutting corners. Real Reggiano. They're not cutting corners. Wherever the products are for Grana, wherever it is, they have the inspectors on hand there making sure they're not cutting corners. They're representing true Italian tradition and quality. So, they take the barrels, they send them to the plant, to the facility where they're inspected by the tasters for quality and making sure the right viscosity and colors and everything. If your vinegar passes, well, most of it passes. When your vinegar passes, the consortium, the Italian government, puts them in the bottles for you. You don't touch them. The producer does not touch this. The producer does not have access to this. The consortium puts them in the bottles and ships you back your bottles with your vinegar with a blank label. Then when you get it back to your facility, you put your label on it. This is the only bottle. This is the only bottle. It's 100 milliliter, and it has a very unique shape. Dome, and then it's flat, rectangular flat bottom. This is the only bottle you're gonna find the traditional in. By law, that's all they're allowed to do it. And the consortium does it themselves. They bottle it themselves. The producer does not bottle it. Back to the consortium. Back to the producer, he tags it, ships it. Guido just shipped us 2 bottles from Italy of this, all right? Guido's a guy who came here last year. He's a chef. He owns an agriturismo, which is like a bed and breakfast, agriturismo, near Modena. And he makes amazing. He is one of the best balsamic producers out there, hands down. And he was here last year in our garden doing a balsamic risotto demonstration. We did it for free last year. If you missed it, it was a treat. Hopefully Guido will be back at some point. A lot of the tours and shows that a lot of these people come on in the US have been canceled. All of my speaking engagements for the year up until October have all been canceled. I'm kind of bummed out. I was supposed to be in California speaking at a food show. I was supposed to be in Florida speaking at a food show. I had some other speaking engagements booked here locally and throughout the state. And everything has been canceled, and I'm so bummed out. So these guys aren't traveling here. They're not coming here. But when Guido comes here again, I can't wait for him to be back in our garden, cooking, whatever time of year it is, even in the restaurant, cooking and showing us and talking. And I can't wait to take you to Guido. I've never been to visit Guido in Italy. So I'm really excited to go to Modena too, Emilia Romagna, and visit Guido. So that's the only size bottle that can come in. Now, do you want to see what happened to the bottle? Remember, these are $150. This is the most expensive vinegar you can buy. The box came from Italy. I opened the box up. Jay, you want to bring me one of those boxes back there? I opened the box up. 2 bottles. DHL came in this morning, straight from Italy. Boxes filled with peanuts. Oh, I want to tell you about the Acid Up first. The Acid Up. Acid Up is a balsamic cream, no fillers. It has a little bit of carob in it, like 1% carob. If you buy a balsamic cream, a balsamic glaze in the store, it is loaded with glucose, loaded with sugar. That's the way they make it. If you buy it from, oh, there's a box right there. Oops. If you go to a restaurant and a chef says balsamic glaze, it is 50% or even 1 part sugar. It is loaded with sugar and reduced. This is the real deal. This is the baby version of this. Instead of this goes 25 years, this goes 2 years. Vinegar, and then it's glazed up. They make it glazed out of it. They add a little bit of carob for viscosity. It's amazing stuff, amazing stuff. I also have this Balsamoto. I have 1 bottle left. The Balsamoto, I think I do. This stuff here is $40, and it is the baby version. So this goes 4 or 6 years, I think, and the viscosity is amazing. There's no vinegar in here. It's pure grape juice that's been reduced, pure must that's been reduced. This is a special treat. We're taking pre-orders for these as well. This is Balsamoto. So what happens is producers don't have 12 to 25 years to start turning revenue. They want to make revenue right away on their balsamic, on their traditional balsamic. They do is after 2 years, they'll pull some out and they'll call it, they can't call it balsamic, remember? There's no certification on this whatsoever. You won't find any logo on here whatsoever because it didn't go its full 12 years to deem the logo, right? So they pull it out after 2 years and make a condiment. They pull it out after 4 years, make some more, after 6 or 8 years. So they'll have different ages of, now it doesn't say the age on here again, but it's understood because on the website it tells you what's in here. I think this is 4 year. And he'll tell you what's in here. And look how thick that is. So that is on its way to becoming this. So you've heard the term like baby Amarone, baby Barolos, baby bourbons. These are things that don't fully age out. They're less money. They're more economical, and they would be on their way to the full out version of Amarone or the full out version of this vinegar if it aged longer. So, but they want to create revenue, so they pull it out, some of the product out early, and they sell. This is $40. This is really amazing. Drop by drop, you use that. So This is 20 bucks. These are in stock. I just got a case of these in. These are in stock. We use these in the kitchen in our mushroom risotto. So if you get our mushroom risotto, this is the drops on top of it are this. If you get our buffalo mozzarella, this is what goes on top of it. Drops of this. If you get our steak, you get this on it, vincotto. You also get Sicilian olive oil, early harvest Sicilian olive oil on the steak. So we have all these balsamics for some different reasons based upon the acidity, the viscosity, the flavor profile, things like that. This we don't use anywhere in the kitchen. I have it here. If you ask for a taste, I've given people taste on their steak before or on their food before. I'll come around and just give a couple of drops. And we did this. Guido opened up a bottle and gave us a bottle last year when he was here. So Guido sends me 2 bottles of this. This is the box they come in. I grab it out of the box today, out of the shipping box, and what happens? This falls open like this. The bottle's in here, and the bottle comes tumbling out onto the back of the floor at the restaurant. And this is what happens, folks. The bottle breaks. It breaks, and there we go, $150 bottle of vinegar. Oh well, what can you do about it? Could be worse, right? Could be worse. The bottle broke like that. The back right now smells amazing by the register, by the back door of the restaurant. Smells fantastic. But the reality is that's what happened. It was in the box, sitting there. So I opened, and the weight of the box popped it forward and dropped it, and it went all over the floor, head down first, and it broke. Bummed out about it, but what can you do? So just one less bottle. The box is the way they seal, just a tongue, cardboard tongue that goes in there. I should have known better. I should have grabbed it more sturdily. And hopefully they'll put a piece of tape on it when they ship it next time from Italy. That would help too. Because I was so anxious to get this open. I was really anxious that I just pulled it out of the box, and there we go. And that's what happened. So, oh well. We have the other bottle here. So I didn't do it to both bottles, just one bottle. So that's what happened to the vinegar this morning, the $150 bottle of vinegar when I took it out of the package from Italy. After DHL delivered, it broke. So, bummer. Smells amazing. If you come in and want to try this vinegar, all right, I have more of this vinegar, all right? So I'll be happy to taste you on this vinegar. Be more than happy to taste on this vinegar. And then you taste just a couple drops at a time. If you buy this for $150 and use it properly, this will last you several years, unless you just lather. You don't need to lather everything with it. This is something you use by the drop. This is basically, the end of the thing here is almost like an eyedropper. So when you pour this out, and you can see the viscosity of it, it's amazing. When you pour this out, it's just drop by drop by drop by drop. It comes with a cork, you put it back in, has a little glass top on there, and that's the story with that. So, 150 bucks. We have one in stock. I would have had 2. We have 1 in stock. I can order these anytime, and Guido will ship them right directly from Italy to us. These other things I have in stock, the Acid Up. The Acid Up, the Balsamotto. I can get the more Balsamotto. I can get the Acid Up. That's in stock already. These are $19.99 a bottle. They're on our list right now. These, I think, are like 25 or something, the 3-year. I'll let you taste it. That's my last bottle of that. And of course, we get it in the big jug for the kitchen, so it's more economical. We save about 30, almost 40% we save when they're not in the bottles. Now, we could never, ever, ever buy this in this. The Italian government will not allow this to be packaged in here ever. And if we did, it would be some insane price, right? Some insane price. I do have this in this container, and it's $500. It's in my office. It sits on my bookshelf. But I do have that in this version as well, and we use that very sparingly in the restaurant. It is amazing. We just ordered more olive oil today from Arke, our Sicilian producer. They custom bottle for us bulk lemon olive oil. The lemon olive oil is on our salmon dish right now. Lemon olive oil on our salmon dish. You get this on your steak dish, and we use the California blend for other things like our buffalo mozzarella, because buffalo mozzarella is not as strong, so it takes a little milder olive oil. This is very strong. A steak can easily hold this. This is very pungent, very grassy, early harvest. So your olive oils, folks, this is a lot of fun. I cannot wait till we get reopened again and you can come in here, because I literally want to do more of these free tastings where you come in and you can taste all this stuff for free and do free cheese tastings and get cheesemakers here. I really want to be able to do that kind of stuff, because this stuff is truly, truly amazing stuff. And once you start tasting the differences, you're like, oh my gosh, wow, this is great. I mean, this is all like wine. Olive oils and vinegars are all like wine. Different aging, different for grape varietals, different acid, different acidity levels, and different oaks they put them in, different size oaks, different amount of time oaks. It's really all very, very, very cool. So that's the situation with that. All right, folks, I gotta get to some work. I gotta get our email out. If you want to taste this, come in, get a sample of it. We'll give you a taste. It's on the risotto. I'll give you a little spoon of it. If you want to taste this, we have a bottle open, the 25-year-old. I will get you a bottle of that. I do have one bottle in stock for $149, $150, so that's here. If you want that, you can get that. And these olive oils are always in stock. These are $30. We have the organic olive oil from South America in stock. All right, folks, here's another vinegar. This is from Toshi. This is his high-end. This is his high-end version of. This is his baby version of this Toshi. This was the tour. When we went to Toshi 3 years ago, it was amazing. What an amazing, amazing place. Toshi, the owner, he's in his late 80s, and he took us on the tour. Then he took us to lunch afterwards to the King of Tagliatelle, which is a restaurant in Viola. They call her, the Queen of Tagliatelle. And I don't even know the name of the restaurant, but the chef, the owner, 90 years old, 89 or 90 years old, and she still cooks in her kitchen every day, Monday through Friday. I don't know if she's open anymore. This is 4 years ago. Courtney's 20 now. We went there for Courtney's 16th birthday. That was 4 years ago. I went into the kitchen and got a picture of myself with her. It was amazing. 90 years old, her, one other person there cooking. She's open lunches. What an amazing, amazing experience. All they sell is tagliatelle and basically tagliatelle with bolognese sauce, a couple other things. But that's her. She's the Queen of Tagliatelle. She did not want to sell the restaurant. Her sister works in the front of the house, who's a waitress. Her sister's 75. And her sister has no kids. She has no kids. So she's not giving the restaurant to anybody. She wasn't going to sell the restaurant. She's been in the restaurant literally for 50 years. Since her mid-40s, she had been in that restaurant. She bought the restaurant, opened the restaurant in Viola and Emilia-Romagna, and she had worked the restaurant, and that was her life. And she goes, when I'm gone, when I decide it's time to go, the restaurant goes too. I am the restaurant's me, and that's it. And it was really, really an amazing. I went in and took a picture with her in the kitchen. I'll have to dig that picture up on one of our hard drives because that was a really, really awesome day, awesome experience. All right, folks, got to get to work here, and then I'm gonna go on a bike ride. It is beautiful out, not quite as warm as it was the weekend, but I'm gonna head out on my bike and get some miles in. All right, folks, talk to you later, and don't forget Jamie's Happy Hour live at 4 o'clock. And if you're just tuning in at the end here, I opened up the box from Italy today from Guido, and I didn't misgrab the box, and one of the $150 balsamic vinegars fell out onto the tile in the back, and the whole back of the restaurant right now smells like 25-year-old balsamic. It's amazing back there. So, but the bottle did break. Oops. Talk to everybody later, and I hope everybody's being safe and gets out, gets some fresh air, some sun, and some high-quality food. Don't forget we give away gloves and we give away ionized water for free. No purchase necessary. Stop in and grab those anytime.